Heard on Big Hits, Big Mama Radio. And now the Financial 15.
Hey, we want some money.
With NFL superstar and financial planner Tommy Bohannon.
Hey, money, money, hey, money, money, hey.
Are you ready for retirement? Do you need cash?
Cash out, no limit.
Because your financial future starts now.
Bang, bang, bang. Let's get it.
On Big Mama Radio.
Welcome to the Financial 15 with financial guru, NFL superstar, philanthropist, amazing human being, dad, husband, friend,
All of the above.
Tommy Bohannon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, good morning.
Hey, good morning, brother. How you doing today?
Working?
You're on there.
I can't hear myself.
Oh, his ears.
How about now?
I can hear myself
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess got to find your headphones. All right, so here we are, day after election. You're too hot now?
Now I'm a little, yeah,
Is that good?
a little bit less. There we go. Now I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Is that yours?
No, that's me.
That's you?
Hello.
Is this you?
Does anyone?
There we
No,
go.
I'm
Yep.
way too low.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
I can hear myself.
That's me.
Now you're.
Marco. Nobody's playing?
Polo.
Okay, thanks.
Here we are, Donald Trump's now president. Where
Futures are going crazy.
Are they going crazy?
They're going crazy.
Did they start last night?
Yeah,
I saw-
so let's see. I was looking at it a little bit ago.
This is what I want to get into. This is what I'm
Yes.
talking about.
Let's talk
Dow
about the money.
Jones is up 2.9% in the futures, or the S&P is up 2.1%, and the Nasdaq's up 1.7 in the futures. So once the morning bell hits, it's probably going to go a little crazier.
So this is your moment, right? This is where it booms a little bit, right?
It will. So, like I said, no matter who got into presidency, it would have taken off a little bit for this next probably quarter. And that's when the policies and everything get into play. But I think there's so much optimism around the economy and how he built everything before. So now I think we're going to see that kind of take off. And, you know, I've talked to realtors, I've talked to a lot of people, and they've talked about, hey, if you're thinking about buying, the interest rates, all that are probably going to drop now. So now may be a time to think about investing and refinancing and all those different types of things.
That is crazy.
What was it like for us during his first 4 years as president financially in the country?
Well, you got to think, we had inflation at an all-time low. And that's the biggest thing. People had money to spend.
Right.
And that's what people don't really think about is that, you know, that's the tax that you don't really see is inflation.
Uh-huh.
So being able to, you know, now actually be able to afford groceries and, you know, get back to, you know, 80-20 ground beef that's $4 instead of $7 or $8 a pound. Like all
Is
those
that going to
different
happen?
things. Hopefully.
I mean, yeah, hopefully. That's the thing I asked. I mean, is it possible to retro that back? I mean,
It is because you
I
got to
always-
think gas prices, all that play
Yeah.
into part of, you know, those meat prices and, you know, groceries and all that. That's why everything is so expensive is because, you know, gas is so expensive and all that. And it's just a trickle down. So now hopefully we'll get the gas prices back under, you know, wraps and
And
you
I
know,
believe that like farmers and stuff like that were being like charged like heavily taxed and things like that that are happening that they have to now
Right.
raise their prices. So now if you cut back on that, on not putting that tax burden on the farmer, well now the consumer also gets the
right. I
the
mean,
relief.
like we were talking about on
It all
break, there's a
rolls
reason
together.
the Amish were flying the Trump flags.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Because they know I'm a great man. I love them. They make great butter.
You can say all day long that you love farmers, but when you're taxing the hell out of them and like, you know, making them pay ridiculous
This
amounts
had
of money, it
everything to
doesn't work.
do. This had everything to do with.
Doesn't work.
For me, and I've said it before. Look, I just needed somebody who was going to run this place like a business. We got a
Right.
business here. The country is a business. We need to make money.
Pull back regulation.
Lewis is giving us the Miami prices,
All right.
$10.99 a pound.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, so do you remember when you used to be able to go places and get like $1.99 chicken breasts?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't get it every day. but,
$5
like,
foot long.
Yeah.
Where'd that
Right,
go?
right.
They used to say, "Oh, chicken, 99 cents a pound today." I'm like, "Woo, shit, we'll go get some chicken breast."
All
You
right.
know, like that never happened.
I would love to see that happen again.
You
Who
see how
knows?
expensive chicken wings are now?
Well, just so you know, you can't buy chicken wings during football season.
No. That's impossible.
And every week of football season, and you can document this as someone who's owned 2 restaurants who primarily sold pizza and wings.
Yeah.
Every week in the NFL, it goes up a little bit. And by Super Bowl, they're so expensive, it's unbelievable.
Because it's a demand.
Right. And they milk that demand to death on chicken wings.
And it's a
They
staple
milk it
for
to
it.
death, and it's because it's a staple for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Have you guys been to the Wow Wings over here off of?
I have not, but I've heard about it. They have like
Where?
a million
It's
flavors.
right off of Cape Coral Parkway.
Wow ring.
Wow Wings.
Is that in that really nice place? It's gorgeous, right? The restaurant
No,
itself?
it's behind. I'm trying to think of where it actually is.
It's actually behind Cape Coral Parkway. It's not
Yeah.
on the Parkway.
No,
it's
it's
on
not
the
on
road
Park-
on behind
yeah,
Cape Parkway.
behind it, like one
and
of
on
the
the
little
water
sub-streets.
side. And on the water side, not the other side. Not on the 47th terrace side. It's on the other side
I
of the
think
Cape Coral.
so.
Yeah, I
Is
know
it
what you're
good?
talking about.
It's really good, and actually they got Wing Wednesdays. That's what I thought about.
Ah.
I wanted that restaurant. It is nice. It's gorgeous. I'm pretty sure that's a nice restaurant. Is it not? Have you been there?
It's a nice restaurant, but it's not gorgeous.
Oh, it is. It's nice for being over there. It's nice for a wing restaurant for sure.
Yeah.
Right. It's not what you expect. It's not buckets.
No. But it doesn't have like a true parking lot.
No, it's tiny. It's weird.
Yeah, I drove the box truck there one time when we were picking up presents, and had to park on the side.
Oh.
I do like. I haven't eaten there, but I do love that place. I went in there for some reason. I can't remember what.
Yeah.
I maybe was delivering something, or I don't know what it was. But I went in there once, and I was all like, I love this place. I want this building. And I'm glad to see. No, I haven't been to
I
Wild
don't
Wings
even know
yet.
where you're talking about. I'm gonna have to look it up.
We actually went there after Boo Bash. It's
Oh, did
right
you?
there.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready for
I'm
you,
always
babe.
ready.
Hi, y'all. I'm a 17-year-old. I just won $5,000 in a competition. I want to spend the money wisely, not interested in material items, etc. What you suggest I do with it? I'm not opposed to investing, but I just don't know how much. I don't know much about it. Don't want to take any risk. 17-year-old gets $5K. Thanks in advance, he says, by the way. What do you think you should do?
17-year-old that doesn't want a lot of risk. I mean, there's a lot of different fixed options. You could do a CD with your bank. You can do the problem with CDs is what a lot of people don't realize is you're actually paying ordinary income tax on those gains. So you get advertised a 5% interest rate that you're going to make, but you're actually getting taxed like
So you're getting like 3%.
yeah, well, like you're
Right, after
actually
taxes, yeah.
making that money as earned
Right.
income. So you're
3.8% or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
so-
real-
So it actually lessens the gains, but you can do a lot of fixed things, especially as a kid. Put it in a high interest savings account so you have access to that money. You're 17 years old. You don't want to lock up that money.
How much should be in my HSA? Currently, I have about $60,000 in my HSA. I'm 51 years old, and I'm in good health. Use maybe $400 a year. Is there a value to continuing putting money into it?
Yes. So I mean, realistically, at some point, you're going to get Medicare and different things of that nature, but you're still going to have some extra expenses. Those HSAs can help with long-term care and different things of that nature. So I
That's
don't
a
know.
health savings account, ASA, right? Is that
Yes.
what that's what it
Yeah,
stands for,
health
right?
savings account. So it's an investment account that's strictly for healthcare.
So, for those that don't know, like I've never had an HSA. I mean, I know what they are, but I've never had one. So you take a payroll deduction of say,
Right. Yeah, a lot of it.
Some
$100.
people swear by it. I had a lady, she's like, oh, she was all about her SHA or whatever and using the funds.
What do
at
you
the end
think's
of the
better?
year.
Let me
I
ask
don't
you a
know.
question: throwing $500 a month into an HSA or paying for health insurance?
No, I would say paying for health insurance if you could. Realistically, if you have a huge medical expense, you have $50,000 in that HSA. Guess what?
gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Because those most surgeries or whatever, $300,000.
Right.
So I mean, if you're really thinking about it, if you can afford the health insurance, that's probably a better play.
Do you make money on an HSA? Like, is it real like an investment? Or
You can
is it
invest
just-
inside of the HSA, yes.
all right, that's what I mean. Or am I just throwing money in a savings account that's just got a different name to it?
No.
And if you don't use it at the end of the year, do you have to does it roll over or do you have to pull it out or how does that work?
No, so it can accumulate in that account. So you can invest into that.
Like
and
over
then-
years, over
yeah.
your whole
and
life.
then once you start pulling that money out, you can still contribute to it if you would like to. But for the most part,
What's the tax situation on HSA?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
It feels like that's just like a savings account. So when you have to pay your co-pays and your other stuff,
Yeah.
too,
So like
you know?
with mine with the NFL. So basically, if you become vested in the NFL, you get 5 years of free health insurance. And then after that, unless you make it to 10 years in the NFL, then you get lifetime health insurance. But we also have an HSA. So once I'm done with those 5 years, the HSA can pay for my health insurance premiums.
All right. I have $100,000. Should I pay debt, invest, or save for a house? I have about $65,000 in debt, student loans, 5% interest rate currently deferred. I live in a rent-controlled area. Rent is being paid by scholarship money. I have recently come into some money, $100,000. What should I do? Should I pay debt, invest, or save for the house?
Save for the house and invest. Both of those things, because the student loans are deferred, so you don't have to pay those right now. So why even think about that until you start making real money?
Right.
It sounds like that person's still in school, so invest that money, make money on that, and then just use the interest to live your lifestyle.
Monthly and long-term budget planning, ladies and gentlemen. This is a question I'm sure a lot of you have. How does one write budgets for paycheck to paycheck life? How do you adjust the budget during the times that you have extra income? I really fail to balance between regular months and the months that I have extra income. I don't have long-term budget plans that span maybe 3 months to 6.
So to preface this, I do a lot of budgeting and help with, cash flow and different things of that nature. And most people that are quote unquote living paycheck to paycheck really aren't. There's some hidden thing that they're paying for each month, maybe a few extra Amazons or Netflix accounts or what have you. So a lot of people,
Iced coffees.
as we all have iced coffee.
We saved money on some this morning.
Hey, it was the buy a drink, get a donut today. So
I gave you the phone so you can pick.
anyways, so realistically, we can look at what is coming in, and what's going out, and kind of make a budget to make you comfortable so that even on the months where you feel like you're not making as much, you're still able to put some away. And that's the thing, is that most people unconsciously spend money.
Yeah.
If we can change that and help you unconsciously save money, then you're going to be better off, because
All right.
Go ahead.
Let me get a budget question into it. All right, let's say I write down a budget and I want to stick to the budget. And I say, all right, we're only going to spend $300 a month on Amazon. So I'm keeping. Do you keep track as you go? Like, I guess that's what you're going to do, right? You keep track as you go.
Yeah.
So I got it. So
Or you separate accounts. The easiest way to do it is to separate accounts. You say, okay, I'm going to put 80% of my money into this account. That's my expense account. Everything can go out of it that day, that month.
all right.
The 20% goes into another account. I don't touch that unless it's an emergency.
Huh.
Now you have two accounts. The one you don't even look at, the 20% account,
Yeah.
don't even look at it. Act like it doesn't exist. The 80%, that's your expense account. Use it. If it's at zero at the end of the month, that's okay. Now, obviously, banks have fees and different things like
Right,
that. So
right.
Yeah.
you have to
It's
keep
never
something.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're
All right,
dwindling down,
So let's say, okay, let's do this, and let's say there's $1,000 at the end of the month in that in the 80% account. Do I move that over to the 20% account and reset it when I get my next check?
you can if you want to, or we just adjust.
So
All
if you
right.
gave yourself a tip
So yeah.
for being good. You know?
So yeah, you can just adjust.
Back is itching like crazy today.
So what I typically do is I do like a 3-month look back.
All right.
If we're doing 80% and 20%, like I said, just making easy numbers, and at the end of those 3 months, you say, "Hey, I still have $1,000 a month that's still in my expense account."
Right.
Okay, let's take that. Let's take 500. Let's start with 500. We'll put 500 more a month away. Then you come back in 3 months. Hey, I still have that $500. Or, hey, can we bump it back up to keep that $1,000 in the expense account? It's just it's fluid.
You know, it's funny because like a lot of times people say like, well, when I was a single mom and I had a kid to raise and pay for, you know, daycare and everything, and I would get paid like biweekly through the court system. Well, I figured I actually sat down and was like, okay, this is the days I get paid. This is how much my expenses are. But and I wrote everything down, so I knew exactly what it was. And I obviously like twice a year, there's an extra paycheck that comes in. And I lived for years pretending that paycheck never came in. So I would just say, okay, well, if that was like an extra $800 for that thing, or it was actually a little bit more because they didn't take insurance because it was that last extra one, and I would just pretend it didn't exist. And that actually worked out really well for someone that was literally technically living paycheck to paycheck. Right. It did work out really well because you do get those little extra things every now and then. And some people go out, run out and spend it.
Right, I would like tax returns and different things like that.
I would not. I would pretend I didn't have it before. I don't have it now.
Well, and that's the thing is that people inherently, like psychologically, they see it in their bank account and they think, oh, I can spend that.
Yeah.
That's why I like to create the expense account. Because now, okay, this money, do whatever you want. You have to pay bills. You have to go out to eat, whatever. That's what this money's for. This 20%, act like it doesn't exist, like you were saying. And again, it could be 5% to start. It doesn't have to be 20%. Right. I'm just making numbers
80% is better than no percentage, right?
Yeah.
But act like that money doesn't exist. And yeah, at the end of the year, maybe you have decisions to make. Do I go on vacation with that money? Do I invest that money?
Is it rainy day money?
Yeah, exactly. Because we don't have to invest that money.
I have to have rainy day money. It's my weird.
It just is over there where you. And at the end of the year, if I'm like, hey, you have $5,000, what do you want to do with it? Do you want to invest it or do you want to spend it? Yeah. It's still your decision, but now you're not inherently just spending everything. Sandals. I don't think you can go to a sandals for $5,000.
I don't think so.
It's tight.
Is that where I went to I went on an excursion in the Bahamas to one of those places, one of those all-inclusive places.
Yeah.
And it was like on a Saturday, but still there was nothing was open. And I was like, there wasn't enough cruise ships that docked. There was only one ship that docked.
Oh, they look at those schedules hard.
Right.
Yeah.
And so half of the things in the whole resort, where we were, there's sandals, and what's the other one? There's two of them.
Sandals, beaches.
Meta, what's the other one? Club Med.
No.
Does that still exist?
But there's a resort you take in the Bahamas. You go to this place that's all inclusive, right?
Yeah.
Da 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 da. And it just wasn't. It was like I couldn't find sunblock. I got sunburned one time on my cruise because I couldn't find sunblock in a massive resort because all the sunblock places were closed.
Is it the one with the water slides and all that? I can't. That starts.
Yes.
Oh, Atlantis.
Atlantis. That's where we went.
Atlantis.
Now I will say, greatest beach I've ever been to is Atlantis. The coolest place I've ever snorkeled in my life was at Atlantis.
I want to go to that little Bimini place that you can go from Miami. There's like a little thing and you
take the little
for like an hour and a half.
Jumper.
Right to the Bahamas?
Yeah, you stay there. Like there's like a whole
that's nice. I like it.
I want to do that.
I can't do that. I'm trying to save up for my budget.
I need that extra paycheck.
Maybe two of them.
It's at the end of October.
I'm 24. I have about I make about $50,000 a year, contributing 8% to 401k, and I only have my car $4,000, just say $4,000, and I have $6,800 in cash. I don't have any housing expenses. I live with my parents, and I do plan on getting married in the next year or so, and buying a house with my current girlfriend. No other debt to speak of. I've been listening to you guys for the past few months, and you preach about not having debt, and the idea of not owing anyone money is appealing. Should I pay off my car with my current money?
No, save. If you're trying to buy for a house or save for a house, you don't want to pay off the car. Once you give the bank all that money, they're not giving it back to you. So I definitely would say, probably contribute less to the 401k because you're putting in 8%. You probably
nobody's matching 8. You might be getting matching 5 if you're lucky.
5 at the most. So go to 5. Now take that 3%, put it into another investment account that's actually liquid. Because again, you're trying to save for a house. You're not going to be able to get that money out of the 401k to pay for the house. So let's lessen that. Let's put that into another investment account and then build that investment account until you're ready to buy a house.
Tommy, if they wanted to get a hold of you, how do they find you?
You can go to my website, TommyBohannonFinancial.com. You can give me a call at 239-691-0801, or you can reach out to me on Facebook.
Let Katie know we're coming to Garamone soon. We'll be, and not next week, but the week after. The whole week we'll be broadcasting live from Garamone. So,
Oh, sweet.
So you'll know where to be. If you're in town, I mean, you're jet setting. You know, your little savings for vacation must be nice. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
I appreciate you, bro.
now that Trump's in office, man.
Right.
We're all going on vacation.
Everybody's going on
Everybody's going on
Everyone. You don't have to leave, my friend, but we are gonna.
And everybody else is paying for it.
I'm going on vacation, and you're paying for it. Welcome to Would You Rather Wednesday. Would you rather accidentally call your partner by your ex's name or have them do that to you?
Would I? I would hate to say it to him. I think that would.
So
be
you
the
would
worst.
rather it be said to you?
Yeah, I'm still gonna slap him, but
Right. I don't want to. Right.
but I'm not gonna take it personal for the rest of my life.
Right. If I gotta go one way or the other, I want to be the one who said. I don't want to be the one who said it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let her say it and be like, "Oh, I can't believe you did that."
Yeah, I am gonna shame you.
Shame. How about you, Tommy? How you feel about that?
Say the question again. Sorry.
Would you rather call your partner by your ex's name or have them do that to you?
I know my wife, so I'd rather her say it to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Should not
I would
be
never live
The,
that down.
penalty is much lower if they've said it to you.
Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
That us as men can sit
rather
here and
just take
say
it.
that we would use it as leverage for sure, but it would go away.
Yes.
Not with you ladies.
No.
It'd be a good card to have in your pocket for a while.
What name are
We would get it for a day. Let's be honest.
Now take get over it.
Be like, shut up. All right.
Such a woman.
You win.
Right. It was an accident. We were drunk.
Yeah.
We didn't even drink that day. I was drunk.
I think it'd be bad for me though, because we've been together since Katie was 16. So
Oh yeah.
That'd be-
You got no excuse.
Damn.
Betty just told me I don't have my hearing aids in, and
Yeah,
she
no,
didn't do it.
I didn't
It'd
say
be a
it.
life of denial.
It works
Find
really
lasting true love. Oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Marry the hottest or smartest person alive.
well. The smartest person alive. Because they can figure out how to make money.
What do you say?
The hottest one I gotta probably share with somebody else, so no.
it's not yours. It's just your turn.
Yeah, it's just your turn.
I would go. I don't know.
Wow, this is a hard one
He's
for
like,
you.
I got both, so I don't know.
Right.
I do got both.
That's
I will say that.
Shut up already, good Lord. Just because
I would probably say
kiss
smartest.
her ass.
No, I'd say smartest.
Yeah, this is a question of what we want to give up. So I guess I'm going to have to go smartest.
This would be the question I would ask this question real quick. There's a little question to this question.
Yeah.
How old am I when you ask this question?
Oh.
Today I want the smartest.
Right.
Ask me
20.
when I was 30, 25, 30
25.
years old. Bring me the hottest one you got.
Right.
dog. Bring me the hottest one
You
you
weren't
got.
thinking very long term
Come on,
back
bring
then.
me the hottest one. What you got,
Yeah.
dog? Give me the hottest one in the world? Shit,
Yeah.
I'm in. I
I mean,
was
that's
dumb.
still got appeal.
But that would be the dumbest times of my life. Like, I wish I knew Tommy when I was like going through my career, where I would get fired and have this contract that would just bust their heads and be like, "Oh, you want to fire me? Have you not read the contract that you signed?
Right.
Give me money.
I'll be waiting for the check in my office. Let me know when it's ready." In Philadelphia, they fired me. I love this story. In Philadelphia, I had such an ironclad contract, nobody was getting it. I had an agent for the first time ever in my life. They completely gave me the illest contract because they're making a piece of it. So they went over there to fight for
yeah,
it. It was
Right.
great. It was fantastic. When they fired me, I said, "Are you sure you've read the contract?"
I want to be a fired
so
NFL coach.
So I called my agent and I was like, "You know, they're going to fire me today." He was like, "Have they read your contract?" And I was like, "I don't think they have."
We're getting paid? Okay.
All right.
Or a fired college coach with those
50
buyouts.
They had to pay me 5 months' salary to fire me.
Oh my goodness.
Within the first 4 months, if you fire me in the first 4 months, you had to pay me a 5 month severance.
So they had to support you for 9 months.
Good
no matter
Lord. When they wrote me that check, and then here's the best part, you make friends. So the one thing I always made friends with was the business manager in any corporate job I had. It's important to be friends with the business manager. And she came up to me and she goes, "This is not right. This is short by $1,500." I was like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah, go tell him it's short and I'll verify it."
Oh my goodness.
So I went into James' office and was like, "It's short $1,500. What are you shorting me money for? You better know the number." And so they wrote me the extra money. I struck that chick a $500 check right off the jump. Like right before I left, I wrote her a check and I said, "Hey man, thanks for all you've done for me over the fucking 4 months I was here." 4 months. I wasn't even there long enough to get fat, and I got fat.
like,
I
"Get
gained
'em."
45 pounds in the time I was there. I don't even know how that happened.
I feel like
45
that's why
40
you befriend the weird kid at school just in case.
Yeah.
Find lasting true love early on, but work in a job that you hate for the rest of your life, or have a job that you love for the rest of your life and never find true love. What's more important, career or true love? That's what I'm asking here.
Got both.
Yeah.
You bragging bitch.
Yeah, I mean, you're asking questions.
I
I'll
got to
always
play in the
have to
NFL, and I
Right.
met my wife at 18.
Right.
Yeah, you got to read the room. People that got both are giving something up.
Do you ever wake up and go, "Damn, my life's been good"?
It has.
It
Yeah.
has been.
Can't complain.
He's sitting in a room full of fat people.
Let me ask you a question. I want to ask a question. Did you always have the football talent? Like when you were in Pop Warner, were you good?
Yeah. I mean,
So-
I wasn't. I had to work for it. I
Was-
wasn't always the most gifted person. I'll definitely say that. Like I definitely.
When did you actually have to start working for it? I want to know honestly because
So I
Because
started
some-
actually working out probably when I was 12.
really,
Yeah. Not lifting weights. or,
Like doing training,
But
like
I mean, I was
movement
pouring
exercises.
concrete by the time I was 8 years old. So that's working out too.
right, right,
Yeah.
right.
I mean,
So-
but yeah. So I mean, I definitely.
How did you know? When did you know
got
you
good
were
karma.
good?
So
Did you always believe you were good?
I thought I was good, but then, getting into high school and kind of like starting right away and
As a
having-
freshman.
Yeah. And having those guys that were there, because that was Noel Devine, Terrence Lewis, like all these guys,
players.
like Quentin Washington.
They were seniors when you were.
They were they were juniors
Were you-
whenever I was there. Whenever I got there, and then seniors my sophomore year. But yeah, so playing with those guys and knowing that they already had Division I offers and being able to keep up with them.
right.
Obviously, not keep up with them running because they were a lot faster than me. But
When did it become work? Like real work?
I would say the NFL.
The NFL?
Yeah.
So college, you just felt like an enhanced
Yeah,
high
so-
school version?
Well, so I went to Wake early. So the second semester of my senior year of high school, I was already up at Wake for spring ball and everything. It was kind of right at the beginning of the time when high school kids actually did that and graduated early and went up
Right.
to college. And realistically, I mean, going into those first practices, I was still technically a high school senior. And I felt like I belonged right.
They didn't
along.
beat you up. They didn't. I mean, there wasn't no like you young
Beat
little
'em up.
freshman.
Look at 'em.
Yeah, I don't care. I want to know. Like,
No, I
like,
mean-
like you never got hazed as a freshman.
No, not really.
Come on.
Yeah.
This is back in the day
I
when
was
hazing was
6'2",
legal.
250 pounds. I don't think.
As a freshman,
Yeah, it sounds
In hi-
very unlikely.
6'2"? How big were you in high school
This
as a
is
senior?
solid material. This
Like,
didn't just happen overnight.
I gained 10 pounds once I got to Wake, so I was like 235, and then my
6
at,
feet.
at spring
You're
ball.
a beast in high school.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
spring ball, I ended up being like 247, I believe. Is
When did you? I love having this. I've never had these conversations.
I bet you people freaked out when they
And
even
when-
bumped into you. They're like, "Oh,
If you're
sorry,
just tuning in,
bro."
we're hanging out with Tommy Bohannon, NFL legend, financial. We went through the financial stuff. Now I've got all these NFL questions that I'm dying to ask. At what point? Here you are. You're right. You're a great player. You've realized it in college. You went through it. You get to the NFL. When did it become hard? Like, I know when it became work, but when did it become like, oh my God, this is hard? Was it the
I
second
think it
time
was
around?
always the game. Like, I mean, the game is the game. It doesn't change. It gets a little faster. It gets more in tune, but it's more studying than anything, I believe. Like, I would know what the defense was doing. So it became easier the longer I played.
Are there do all players, NFL players, study the plays, or is there some that just roll in?
Some people are just athletically gifted, and it's incredible to see. Like you see the Saquon Barkley thing. I mean, I think he probably studies, but
He's also incredibly gifted.
oh my, like to be able to
The
juke, spin around, do a back hurdle.
A back hurdle. A backflip hurdle.
Like some people are just special.
Right.
They're just like have
And
no relationship with gravity. They do what they want.
yeah, and he's 225, 230 pounds probably.
Wow.
That's just crazy, right? Just to watch that go down.
Yeah, I mean, no, some people are just athletically gifted.
Is there a lot of trash talking that happens on the field, like real trash talking?
Between offensive line and defensive line, I think, and receivers and corners. Like linebackers and fullbacks, we're not talking shit because it's like, all right, I'm going to run into you as hard as I can, and we're going to do it next play. It's going to hurt.
I just watched the video of Ocho Cinco running straight into Ray Lewis and thought Ray wasn't looking,
Yeah.
and Ray cleaned his clock.
Did you say ocho cinco?
Yeah, Ocho Cinco.
8-5. What is 8-5?
Yeah, it's
Well, so he changed his last name from Johnson to Ocho Cinco because his jersey number was 85.
Oh, okay.
But he didn't do it right.
He
so.
didn't. He didn't do it. He didn't do it when he
But,
was
okay.
massively good. He waited till he was almost out of
Yeah.
the prime. Like he should have done. He should have done that when he was selling T-shirts and shit.
Yeah.
Like he came out of it when the Bengals were like, "We're not sure we're keeping you. I don't know if we want to put your name on a different jersey."
Right.
Well, it caught my attention, so he did something.
Yeah.
Right.
But so like looking back, there was always markers where I felt like it kind of established that I was a good player. So whenever I started getting, recruited and different things like that in high school. And then I remember my junior year of college, that's when the agents start calling. So, I mean, obviously the agents are going to put effort into somebody that they don't think is going to have some type of career
Right.
or anything like that. And, meeting with those agents and different things and getting my draft grade and
everybody whining and dining you, kissing your ass, trying to get
yeah,
you.
it was nice.
Right. It's the greatest thing ever.
Right.
It's the perk that comes with
The
it. That's
worst-
what you want.
When I got fired in Tampa the second time around, I was working for FLZ, a legendary radio station in America, one of the greatest ever, right?
Yeah.
And I'm working on this station. So I knew when I got fired, the job offers were going to be plentiful. So when I got fired from there, I just sat at home and said, it's vacation time. And I said, I'm going everywhere. And I went to like 7 cities to
Yeah.
visit, and they wined and dined me. I went to New Orleans, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Minneapolis. I went anywhere they
That's like the best job hunt. Like
it
not
was great.
or whatever.
And I got a brand new car, and I
Prospect.
drove to one. I was like, send me gas money. I'm going to drive up.
Right.
I need enough for a hotel, too. Make sure it's like $1,200-$1,300.
Nice.
Well, so after the combine, that's whenever you get the draft, the pre-draft visits and everything, and kind of the same thing. Like I went to Houston, and we went to Delmonico's and
Nice.
Del Frisco's,
Yeah.
and got they're like, oh, order whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm
Get
getting
this-
the biggest steak
Get
on
this
the
big
planet.
piece of cake. Get all this.
Yeah.
Here, we're gonna go meet with the coaches and say hi and
Yeah,
Like, all
good
right, cool.
times. Good times, though, right?
Yeah.
Some of your greatest memories ever, right?
yeah. I mean, you can't compare. I mean,
Do you desire to work in the NFL again? Could you work in the NFL again? Like if there
I
was a
could
job
definitely be a
open,
coach.
a coach?
yeah, I could definitely be a coach.
Would you
or
do
a
it?
strength coach? Or I mean,
How many coaches are on a coaching staff of an NFL team?
a ton. I mean, there's all the way down from like
What's the most useless job on an NFL team? What person you're like, I can't even believe they pay you to do this?
The water boy.
Well, no, I mean, because they're athletic trainers, like they're certified to do everything. They wrap ankles, they do it. So the people that are doing the water,
Yeah.
they're actually like the athletic trainers. So they're doing rehab, they're doing everything.
They're not
doing,
like Adam Sandler.
No, they're not just
Oh.
people off the streets.
Oh,
no, they're doing
okay.
all the rehab. They're doing.
Is there somebody that blocks the coach from going online? I see that online sometimes. Like there's like somebody.
It's usually the assistant strength coach. For whatever reason, it's always the assistant strength coach, and it's just the get back coach, and just pulls them back.
I love it.
Pulls
I
you
love
back
it.
from what?
From
So-
going on the sideline so you don't get a penalty.
So
There's a line they have
there's
to
a
stay-
line
there's
you
a
have to stay
box.
behind as a coach.
I'd be good at that job. I like yelling at people.
I think you'll coach one day.
Maybe. I mean, once my daughter's a little older, maybe. I mean, I'm a t-ball coach right now, and that's infuriating.
Aw.
Why is it infuriating?
Because it's not even like herding cats. It's like herding mountain goats. They're up on the wall. They're up everywhere. Like, I don't know.
They do spinnies in the
Yeah.
middle.
Like, what the hell are you doing? And so I got about 3 kids that'll hit
Are you
the ball
where are you coaching it?
at the North Fort Myers Rec Center.
All right.
But I got like 3 kids that'll hit the ball and then run after their own ball instead of running the bases.
I love
Like, what
it.
the
I remember Finn played T-ball a couple of years ago. He's into hockey now, so T-ball. But a couple of years ago, he's playing T-ball, and we go to the first practice, and this kid rolls up to T-ball. Now, this is Finn's first ever T-ball practice.
Yeah.
And this kid rolls up looking like he's played 6 years of ball.
Yeah.
And he's got like a hat and a glove and like he got like a bag and he's changing at the field like you do when you like play high school ball. And I'm like,
He's chewing like
and
the.
he gets up to the
Big
tee.
league chew.
And he gets up to the tee, knocks it 200 yards.
Really?
And I'm like, Coach,
How old is this kid?
how old is this kid? And is he really supposed to be playing T-ball? I'm just asking. Like, I'm cool, but he's on our team. So
Yeah.
Right.
I'm totally cool with it.
We're gonna win.
We're gonna win every game. I know that already. All right, every game if this kid's on our team.
Kid just hit it over the fence. And
So this kid practices
making
with us for
space
like
on my
it's like 2
mantle.
weeks into practice. Your first game happens. It's not there's not much practice before the first
Right.
game, right? So we get to the first game and this kid's still on the team. He goes out there and he's knocking it out of the park. And I don't even know how old this kid. I know it's not legal. I know it's not. There's no way.
I am 12.
Right? It is right. And then the very next
He's got a
game,
beard.
he's on like a throw team. Like he's gone. He's on some other team. But
Mm.
for one game, we had the Kobe Bryant of T-ball players on our team. This dude was amazing.
Why is he 6 foot tall?
right.
Is that
I was
J-Rod?
like, is that a coach or a player? I'm just asking.
Is that Enron? He's
got peach fuzz.
It was crazy. So I can only imagine. I do remember the coach then, and it was like he could use any help he could get because kids will just randomly like he had a son. The second year he played, the coach had a son that was not old enough to play, but should have been allowed to play. Maybe 3 could hit farther than any kid on the team.
Oh wow.
But all he wanted to do was bat all day.
Yes.
So the coach is trying to do practice, right? And this kid's grabbing a helmet, grabbing his own bat, pushing the tee out. He's only like 3. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's dragging his tee
That was
out to
my
the plate
son.
because he thinks he can just play. And his dad's like, hold up, hold up, hold up. So I used to take him over and just set him up with the tee and just keep putting like all the balls I could on.
Right.
Just let him hit through the whole practice so the coach could get through practice. I was like, I'm cool. I'll sit with him. Let him sit over here.
Kelly Barnes says that I had one that did karate the whole time.
That's better. Anna Cat does snow angels in the clay. That's what Anna Cat does. So this is her one and only T-ball season, probably. She will now be in dance and gymnastics because she actually pays attention to those.
Oh yeah, then that's her thing. But yeah, my son used to be the
Keep
same
away
way. He
from
just wanted
cheer.
to
No
bat
cheer.
the whole time and
Gymnastics.
just do his thing.
You can get scholarships for gymnastics.
Golf. For girls, golf.
And she's left-handed.
Yeah.
Golf,
Oh,
golf,
she's
golf,
left-handed?
golf.
She's left-handed like me.
Oh, she's got a lot of.
I've been talking to
opportunity.
my daughter all day long and like, look, you don't have to sit. You're a freshman. Learn how to golf now. By the time you're a senior, you'll be on the starting team. You're good. Get on the
Mine
golf
eats
team.
dirt.
Get on
Danielle
the-
says hers eats dirt.
I haven't had one that does that. But somehow it gets like, if she gets pissed off, she'll just lay face first in it. Like,
the
what are
dirt?
you doing? Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? And she's just burying her head.
like an ostrich.
Yeah. Like, what the hell?
Whatever they want to do, man.
That's it.
This is how I
They're
deal
gonna
with
do
my
what they're gonna
feelings.
do.
There was a kid on Finn's team who wanted nothing to do with the sport,
Yeah.
but his dad would force him to be there.
Oh, those are always fun.
Well, what made it great is the coach never gave up on him
No.
because his dad wanted to be there, so he knew he was going to be there. So he worked really hard to get the kid to like the game. By the end of the season, this kid's out there doing it and loving every minute of it. He'll probably play baseball the rest of his life.
Right.
But his dad forced him to be there. And I can understand that because so many times you got to force your kids outside nowadays. You
Yeah.
didn't used to. You used to be able to just be like, they would just be outside. Now you're like, go outside and play.
Right.
Backyard. Stay in the
Get
yard.
out of
Oh,
here.
Anna Cat's in something every day except for one during the week.
Really?
Really?
Like different classes and stuff?
Yeah, so she's got actually dance and T-ball on Monday.
Does she complain about it?
No, she loves it. She doesn't want to be just sitting
How
at
old's
home.
Anna Cat now?
She's 4.
It's coming.
But she and then Tuesday she does dance. Wednesday is just T-ball. Thursday and Friday are gymnastics now.
Finn has hockey on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and when we go, he complains the whole time until we get there.
Until he's there.
And then he sees Coach Gus, and Coach Gus gives him the look, and he's all like, I'm ready to play. I'm ready.
Well, and that's
Let's
the thing,
go.
too, with her is like I had to figure out how to get her to turn it on for T-ball because she's so competitive like me. So she's like, I'm like, okay, you have to beat the other kids to the ball to field the ball. And now she does that every time. Instead of playing in the dirt and doing sand angels.
You're a good coach.
You got to
a
find your
great
motivator.
coach.
But then she gets pissed off whenever I try to coach other kids. Because I'm
Right.
daddy.
Because you're her daddy.
Yeah. Nobody wants that.
She's like, I don't want
Do
you
your
to be
job.
my coach anymore.
I only
good
got
problem,
about 6 minutes left in the show here, so I want to take some time out before we get out of here today to tell you about some things. First and foremost, if you didn't see it on my personal social media, it's out there. If you have a business, we're doing a deal where you get some 30-second commercials now through the end of the year for $250. That's real cheap. It's basically half off, and you're going to get a little extra on the chump. Also, we got Grinch Fest coming up real soon, and I don't want to miss out on telling people about Grinch Fest. Grinch Fest is the sister event to Boo Bash, and it happens coming up on December 14th.
My birthday.
Come
We're gonna
on out
party.
and be a part of Grinch Fest and have a great time. And we'll give you more details on that coming up tomorrow on the show now that we're past Election Day. Also, the first ever Big Mama Radio bike drive is going to come. I say the first ever because it's Big Mama Radio. It's not the Big Mama bike drive. I'm not
Right.
going to jump on the ones that I've done. This will be the first one we've ever done, and I can't wait to do that. Also, we'll be bringing the bus to Garamone Plastic Surgery very soon in just a couple of weeks. And until tomorrow, America will be great again.
Here we go.
Johnny says he did message us, and I told you last night he's in, so he just let us know again. So
Yeah, I'm going
we
to.
got you,
I'm
Johnny.
going to go through all the today when I get off of the show. I'm going to my office and I'm going to sit down in my office and I'm going to send out all the deals, and then I'm going to call Betty and Sean and Tommy and anybody else I can call to come by my house and voice the commercial. That way, it's not 17 commercials all with my voice.
Yeah.
And we're going to get everybody ready to go, and we'll get this done. And if you
If anybody
already
wants a Spanish commercial, I can do that too.
sí, yo hablo español muy bueno.
Muy bien.
Okay.
You know what's
I can
funny?
do it in the whitest accent.
Are you looking for a good time?
Call
Sí.
Bubba. Call Bubba. Se hablo español.
Se hablo español. I'm telling you right now, if there's something you want to be impressed about, go watch Rick Scott's acceptance speech last night.
I need to see that.
He starts it off talking about his grandson being goofy like he always is. Rick Scott's always been a little goofy. That's why I
Yeah.
like him. And then he comes right back into like, we're together in this, and we're all one family, and everybody blah 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 blah, and then just click, boom. Yo hablo español. Then you hear all the Cubans go, "Hey!" And he would go, "Hey!" And, "Hey!" You know, the next thing you know, you hear the Macarena. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying, like it was. There was all kinds of like. It was very impressive, and as somebody who I'm a fan, like not only do I like Rick Scott, but I'm a fan. Like, I like watching how the man works.
Yeah.
He understands politics better than most politicians. And the fact that a Republican went in and won Miami, boy, we should be watching what this dude's doing. Because whatever it is, it's working.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got the flavor of a Pringle. And you should enjoy it. So that's it. That's all I got for you today. I just wanted to spend some time telling you about what we got going on. I want to thank everybody that's jumping on board. There's a lot of people that are going to help advertise through the holidays. We got big things coming up for the bus. And you never know who might be on the show next. So hang out and have a great time. Me and Betty here each and every morning, hanging out with you with our engineer, Sean, who's with us, and our special guest today with Tommy. Thank you, Tommy, for being here. Of
course.
I really do appreciate it. I got to go sell a lawnmower, pick up a generator, pick up some 38 shells. That's just on my list of things today. Plug in a bus.
I think you all should try sour candy.
I'm not doing that.
It's the
But
TikTok one.
I tell you what I'm going to do.
It's a dud one. You'll like it.
Here's what I'm going to do.
I just ate 2 of them.
Oh, It's supposed to be the most sour.
You just ate 2 of them?
He's a
Yeah,
liar.
they're duds. They said they're the world's most sour candies, and
He's a
they're
liar.
nothing. They don't even. You can barely even taste
I'm
lemon.
taking one. I'm taking one to thin. He likes stuff like this.
I just ate 2 of them, and there's nothing. Those little
Put it in
warheads.
my mouth on camera just so.
Those warheads are
We'll see if
10
you just
times. 10 times that.
I hate those warheads.
I hate those
Yeah,
things.
they're 10 times what this is. This is nothing. It's like a light lemon.
No, it just tastes nice.
Yeah,
sour.
they're good. I actually like them, but they're not sour.
Oh, they lied to me.
Yeah.
Ugh.
There's a TikTok con.
Lies. All of them lies. I say.
They show people putting them in their mouths and like
The-
dying and falling over.
The
and being
influencer got
crazy,
you this
and it was-
time.
Have
it
we
was
seen the
nonsense.
Kamala speech yet? Has Kamala made a statement yet?
No,
let
I
me
don't
see
know.
if
Has it
Kamala made a
happened?
speech.
Has Kamala made a speech yet before we leave today? I just want to hear.
Crazy sour jammers. There's nothing sour really.
Yep,
Crazy
the
sour
influencer
jammers.
made some money on you.
Yeah, they did, and he bought like a box full of
I put in Kamala's speech and
No,
it's telling me something about Dick
Kamala.
Van
What is
Dyke.
it called when you take a speech when you lose? What is it called? Concession.
embarrassing.
Goodbye speech.
Concession.
Hey everybody, we're gonna go take a nap.
Concession speech.
We haven't gotten
Where is that
to counting.
Well, there he goes. Will she speak?
Oh, she hasn't done it yet.
Just an hour ago, when will Kamala speak to us? Vice President got expected to address the nation Wednesday in what will likely be her official concession in the 2024 presidential election after overnight calls predicted Donald Trump will become the next president-elect. Harris is expected to deliver a speech at Howard University in Washington, D.C. Her alma mater, her campaign co-chair, confirmed to NBC News the timing of the speech was not immediately known. This was just posted an hour ago, so.
Was
love their-
Biden gonna talk?
I told you.
Did I win?
He didn't even know she was running.
Who?
I'm the
Who,
winner.
who lost? Who's she? Like I said before, you did see her for 4 years.
Of course
and you
she
ever gonna see
lost.
her
I
again.
won.
She's gone.
I had to man a cake with my face on it.
Right. When's my going away party? Now they're all going to reveal he's really dead. And Kamala will still
Is the
become the next
president
president. Right.
She'll be president for the month.
And then we'll have 48. We'll have to say that now. He'll be all
Oh,
pissed.
he's gonna make him change all his merchandise just to
Right?
be a biatch.
45 and 48.
I would do that. I would be
Right.
petty.
I know you'd be petty. Kill him.
I would do that. Kill him.
Kill him now. I want to be 47. I don't want to
I
be
want to be
47. Kill him
47.
now.
And Trumpy, get all your shit taken care
Right.
of. You're gonna have to
Go
redo all
for
your
it.
furniture.
Get everybody get a marker and make that 7 into an 8. You know you've done it before. Don't act like
Yep.
you haven't.
Lies.
I love it.
Remember me.
Oh man! So guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Unfortunately, we are going today. We're out of here. I got things I got to do. I really do.
Get some sleep today, people. I know everybody's been up all night.
No way.
You know, they're all gonna be grouchy today, but they're happy.
I'm not. No sleep. No sleep till Brooklyn.
It was finally 1 o'clock. I was like, you know what? They're not gonna call it tonight. I'm going to
You
bed.
stayed up till 1?
Yeah.
I was
Nah,
up.
fuck that. I knew it
Around-
wasn't happening, bro.
Around 2:30, I woke up and killed the TV.
I
so
probably went to
napped
bed
out
earlier and I've
somewhere.
gone to
Like-
bed in weeks.
98% vote in Georgia, but we're not gonna call it just yet.
Yeah. But then California, polls
Yeah.
closed, by the way, group blue. Like
It
immediately.
was before the polls
But I
closed.
showed you
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
I showed everybody why.
Yeah.
I mean, the entire coast of California is blue. The entire population of California lives on the coast.
Right.
It's not hard to determine who wins that when you go, oh, they're all blue.
But what if people change their mind? Florida was once blue, and it hasn't been blue in a long time.
Not
Just
since I
saying.
lived here.
Yeah.
The
just
redhead
saying.
brought the red in, damn it. All right, you guys have a great day. Congratulations to everybody who won in their particular races. If you're listening right now, it's been great having you on the show. I'm great to have the app back on as well. We'll see you tomorrow for a Therapy Thursday. Coach Bob should be here, and we will have a great day then. Remember, when that repo man comes for the car, don't forget to save the radio. Big Mama Radio. They say Southwest Florida is the lightning capital of the world. So it only makes sense that the firm that knows Southwest Florida the best is Lightning Realty Group. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or rent, Lightning Realty Group is a full-service brokerage. They even offer complete management services for your property. So put them to work for you. Lightning Realty Group, taking Florida real estate by storm. 239-201-2951 or Lightning Realty Group, LLC.